So, you're probably wondering what we're doing back here. So, yeah, off screen, I went and checked to see what that item was in the chest in Marcus's room. It's actually something important. So, I have bad news. We're going to have to go all the way back to go see it. Because there is actually something tied to it that's worth looking at. I thought it was nothing important, and I'm assuming that because we kind of, destroy Lindale, we won't be able to get the chest at all anymore. Which, if that's true, that's really dumb that something like this is missable. How would you know that there was a chest up here? The problem is there are a lot of houses in this game that don't let you go up to the second floor, so I assumed that I couldn't come up here. But yeah, this room is a mess, look at this. But yeah, if we come in here and open the chest, it appears to be locked. I wonder what you're hiding, boy. Let's find out. A book and a brooch? Why would he lock these away? This appears to be a journal. It might be worth a read. So we get the black journal and the blue brooch. And we get this new scenario. So we're going to have to go and look over the scenario, but we can't warp inside towns. So for now, we can at least read the journal. So let's read the journal. It's not often that I put pen to paper outside the realm of scientific research, but I feel that I cannot contain these feelings growing within me. Something incredible has happened to me. I have been overtaken by an emotion more powerful than anything mere words could ever hope to convey. My heart and soul have been enraptured by this sensation for quite some time now, but has never burned inside my heart more strongly today. Lorelei, my longtime schoolmate and fellow researcher, has agreed to take my hand in marriage. First I thought I'd be unable to muster courage to ask, but despite my bumbling attempt at a proposal, she gleefully agreed to be my wife. This overwhelming emotion, this feeling called love. It's no wonder the bards and poets exalt it so. It truly is a rapturous experience. There are so many questions racing through my mind. Where will we live? How many children does she want? One thing I do know for certain is that the rest of our lives will never be the same. With her by my side, I feel as if there is no obstacle I cannot overcome. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? I almost forgot about this dusty old journal of mine. To be honest, I never thought I would write in it again. However, I feel I must document this momentous occasion of my life. Lorelei is pregnant. Just the thought of becoming a father makes me dizzy with the possibilities. My own child. A new life to whom I might introduce the wonders of nature and magic. When I think about it, I feel as if my heart is set to burst. However, the arrival of our child has brought a dire issue to mind. All this time I've kept my research on the world of darkness a secret from Lorelei. Guilt has been slowly eating away at my conscience, but the fear of rejection has been preventing me from baring my soul to her. Oh, how I yearn to tell her of my research, to share the beauty of the world of darkness with the woman I love. Yeah, about that, buddy. No, this cannot continue. A husband and wife should hold no secrets to each other. Lorelei loves me, and I her. It was our mutual love of knowledge that brought us together, so I'm certain she'll understand. Now that I think about it, I feel ashamed for not believing in her all this time. What a fool of a husband I am. Well, no more. Tomorrow I will tell her everything. She deserves to know the truth. Who knows, perhaps we can even delve into the mysteries of the world of darkness together. Lorelei was furious. She looked at me as if I had betrayed her, as if I had twisted a dagger in her heart. She insisted that our child's curriculum would include no mention of darkness outside the superstitions drivel that instructors are continuously brainwashing the masses with. She has her way. Our child will grow to another closed-minded simpleton, deathly afraid of the unknown. I cannot allow that to happen. For the sake of our child's future, I must hold fast to my beliefs. I must treasure truth above all else. There is a rift growing between myself and Lorelei. I can feel it. After the birth of our son, Marcus, things were tranquil for a time. The joy of having a child of our very own took priority over our conflicting beliefs. For a while, we were happy just to be together, just to be parents, just to be a family. But now, the rift that once divided us is slowly opening its ghastly maw yet again. Lorelei hardly lets me get a moment alone with Marcus, as if she's afraid to leave him with me. Is he not my son as well? Regardless, in the few moments I managed to steal away with him, I have been teaching him about the wonders of the dark world. Demons, monsters, dragons. He's utterly fascinated by it all, and he can't seem to get enough. The boy has much curiosity as myself and his mother combined, and I couldn't be more proud. And yet Lorelei seems to be growing more distant from me by the day. Why? Why can't she understand? Why must she close her heart and mind to the undiscovered truths of the world beyond her own? She's just like my father, the man who adamantly refused to acknowledge all things related to darkness, as anything other than loathsome horrors to be exterminated. Those who refuse to open their mind to all the facets of existence do not deserve to call themselves scholars. But you needn't worry, my son. I will not let this world cover your eyes to the truth. We will discover it for ourselves, together. I cannot believe it! Is this actually happening? I've been banished from Lundale! I have 48 hours to pack my things and leave before the guards arrive to drag me to prison. It was my father who led the witch hunt, not that I'm at all surprised. His fear of the darkness has always meant more to him than anything, even his son. Lorelei didn't speak a word in my defense. She just stood there, trying to keep Marcus from looking at me. She was the only one I had told of my research, which only she could have been the one to betray me. Why? Why, Lorelei? Did our beheading vows mean nothing to you? Does your idiotic fear supersede even our love? You destroyed our family. You destroyed my life. You've taken everything from me, and for that I will never forgive you. I will curse your name for all of eternity. I am out of time. The guards are pounding on the door as I write this, so it appears this is goodbye. Marcus, my son, I'll hide this journal in the hope that you find it before your mother does. Let these last words of wisdom from your father never leave your heart. Do not fear the unknown. Do not shrink from the darkness. Knowledge is an invaluable gift to be treasured, no matter its form. Let the hunger in your soul drive you to pursue it with unbridled passion. Do not allow yourself to be bound by the shackles of ignorance placed upon you by this world. Of all the truths you discover in this life, keep this one closest to your heart. I love you. Farewell, my son. Wow. So now we see where Marcus's curiosity comes from. We also have the scenario too, so we're gonna go do that right now, actually. But yeah, you know, this means now I'm going to have to refight the boss. Damn it! I'm gonna have to refight the boss now too, so that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be something I have to do later. So for now, let's go back and go watch the scenario. Alright, let's do it. Marcus and the Dark Mage. Lindale, home of the magic school Lumillion. If any place will have what I'm looking for, it's here. Wow, nice work. Now let's see what you have for me. Completely useless, but it must be here somewhere. You won't find what you're looking for, at least not here. Who's there? The people of Lindale detest dark magic. They immediately set any book on the subject aflame to prevent its study. Show yourself! Oh, hi! Forgive me if I startled you. You won't kill me without a fight. Please calm yourself. I assure you, I mean you no harm. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Marcus Swordsfield. May I be so bold as to ask for yours? Nebra Rhiannis? Well, Miss Nebra, I do hope you will forgive me for frightening you. You are a dark mage, correct? I would assume you came here seeking a book that could teach you how to use your magic, yes? This library may not have what you need, but I believe I may be able to assist you. And just what would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? I have no money. I'm proposing a mutually beneficial agreement. You see, I've been studying dark mages in the craft for quite some time, but I've never had the pleasure of interviewing one directly. If you would answer a few questions for me, I'd be more than happy to allow you to view my collection of tomes on the subject of dark magic. I'm certain they'll aid you in gaining mastery over your power. I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Fine then, you have a deal. Excellent, then we're in agreement. Please follow me. First, I want to know something. Why were you skulking about in this library in the middle of the night like a creeper? Oh, yes, well, I was immersed in my studies and you dozed off for a moment. Oh my gosh, Marcus. My mother's away at a teacher's conference for the next few days, so we needn't worry about any disturbances. This is amazing. I've never seen such a large collection of dark magic tomes before. Much of it was gathered by my father. He was a zealous student of the ways of the dark mages, much like his son. So you've been researching dark magic. How is it you haven't been burned at the stake? The key is subtlety. No one knows this collection except for you and myself, and I prefer to keep it that way. Unfortunately, people allow their own fears to undermine their logic. They fail to realize that broadening our understanding about the world of darkness may benefit us in the future. My father was banished from Lindale because of his research. The people preferred that knowledge of the darkness stay in the dark. They said that no good can come from its study, but they're wrong. How are we to progress as a species if we shun understanding and close our minds off from the truths around us? How can we call ourselves scholars if we are afraid to learn? If only they would realize the value of this knowledge, Are you listening? Be quiet. Can't you see I'm reading? Well, excuse me for interrupting your valuable reading time. I was merely baring my soul to you. Certainly nothing worthy of your attention. You're excused. Now keep quiet. I need to focus. Just bear with it, Marcus. It's for science. Do it for science. Stop that mumbling. You're ruining my concentration. So, Miss Nebra, how did you first become a dark mage? I don't want to talk about it. Yes, well, I can see how it might be a sensitive subject, but this is an interview, miss. In order for us to proceed, you must answer my questions. I don't want to talk about it. I fulfilled my end of the bargain. Now it's time you fulfilled your... Wow, so that's how the room ended up like that. My room! When Mother sees this, she's going to turn me into a pile of ashes! It's your fault for making me angry. My fault? Why, you self-centered, egotistical little... I'm the one who should be angry, and I assure you I am! Wait, anger. That's it! Anger appears to be the catalyst for the rapid growth of dark magic. Never, you're brilliant! If you say so. Come, let's continue the interview. I have many more questions to ask. I can barely contain my excitement. Well, Miss Deborah, it has been somewhat of a pleasure having you here, but I'm afraid we must break off our arrangement soon. Mother will be returning tomorrow. I need more time. Pardon? I still haven't mastered my magic yet. I need a safe place to practice and study. Yes, but Mother will be... I'm sure you can figure something out, smart as you are. Just don't let anyone into your room. But I... Do you really think I told you everything? There are still things I don't know about dark magic that you don't. If you want that knowledge, you'll let me stay here a while longer. You are a crafty witch indeed. Very well then, I'll keep you in here until you're ready to go. I expect this knowledge you've spoken of to be worth the effort. You'll find out if it is once I'm satisfied. Just take his food with him. Whoops. He's really gonna cover for her just because it was Risa? Oh no. Miss Nebra, I don't think I can keep this up much longer. It's fine. I've already learned enough to get a decent grasp of my power. Besides, I'm tired of sleeping in your closet. Your mother's a terrible cook. You're quite blunt, aren't you? It's time I held up my end of the bargain. I'll tell you everything I know about dark magic. You're going to want to take a seat. Well, it seems as if this is goodbye. Yes, this has been quite a helpful experience, though. Indeed, we've both gained valuable knowledge from this venture. Though I must admit, I am a bit saddened to see you go. That's odd. A week ago, you couldn't wait to be rid of me. Yes, well, before now I didn't have anyone to discuss dark magic with. Being able to speak my mind freely was liberating. I have to admit, it was fun, especially watching you squirm whenever your mother was around. You, madam, are a sadist of the highest order. Take this. A brooch? It's the last memento I have of my family. I'd rather not remember them, so I want you to have it. Consider it a gift for everything you've done for me. I shall treasure it. Farewell, Miss Nebra. May wherever path you take you lead you to happiness. Thank you, and goodbye. And sorry about your room. So that's why it ended up like that. May we meet again, Miss Nebra. Hopefully in a more open-minded world. Marcus! What in Lumille's name happened to this room? Blast. Oh boy. He got caught! Oh my gosh, that ending was great. But now it's time for the bad part. I have to go redo that whole boss fight, so I will be back in a while. Well, I'm going to be cutting, so it will feel like a few seconds, but for me it's going to be like probably 10 minutes or longer. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So that fight went a lot worse than it did the first time. I still have no revives, so Lanav died, so that sucks. But the main event today was supposed to be, we were going to go and fight the Kraken once we get Marcus in the party. But, yeah, that didn't happen. So I'm wondering if he's here at the Ebony Cauldron. Oh, hey. Hey, fams, favorite evil sorceress, have I got a deal for you? Do not waste my time, cretin. I do not have the luxury of squandering it with speaking with lowly minions. Ouch, I was about to give you some and that'll help you with your mission for Lord Ragnarok. Oh well, guess I'll head to some other dame. What are you talking about, fool? Word around the castle is you're trying to build yourself a little monster army. Well, growing monsters gotta have the right kind of sustenance. Lucky for you, I got a little something that'll put them on the fast track to becoming hero-crushing abominations. Here's a free sample for you. 1 Demon's Drought. That right there is a handy little potion that speeds up the growth of a monster and demons. Real valuable stuff. Normally, since a rare item will cost you an arm and a leg, but since I like you, I'll only charge 500 gold a pop. Or you could simply hand over the entire of your inventory to me right now. That way I wouldn't have to kill you. That ain't gonna work. I'm the only demon around here who knows how to whip up these babies. Kill me and it's goodbye to the Demon's Drought Factory. I'll see you later, Tuts. I'm sure we'll be doing business again real soon. Wait, so I can... So what does this do? Grants the summon currently in the party 600 EXP. Okay, now I see how we're supposed to farm experience for our monsters. But 500 gold a pop? I feel like they're gonna get more expensive as we go. So let's go look around for this dude. He is not here. Azrael's in the party, so obviously Azrael's not there. In here? This is the servant's quarters. No one here. Is he in here? Nope. That's Azrael's room. Okay, Azrael's with the party. Why can't I not go into his room? Storage room? Nope. I mean, he's not hard to miss. He's literally wearing a fucking funny hat. Not here. Alright, well, we're gonna have to look upstairs then. Definitely not in here, that's for sure. Oh, he has his own room now. Whoa, he's already made himself at home. The Soul of a Dark Mage. Oh, wait, we get to do more reading. In this day and age, there are many who fear dark mages as villainous monsters, maniacs who trade their decency and sanity for power. As such, the common consensus states that these individuals are malevolent in nature by virtue of wielding power that stems from the heart's darker emotions. But what is a dark mage exactly? How does one come to wield the power of their own heart? Today we will seek the answer to these questions and put an end to several of the common misconceptions as to what a dark mage truly is. Let us begin by discussing the fundamental properties of the two sister magics, light and darkness. Unlike elemental magic, which draws its power from the world, light and darkness magic draw powers from the very heart of the caster themselves. You see, hearts produce energy naturally, fluctuating between light and dark depending on a person's emotions. Light and darkness magic work by manipulating the soul to harness and amplify that natural energy, and then expel it in its various forms. The key to this kind of magic is molding the caster's soul into a conduit that favors one type of energy over another. In order to fully harness light magic, the caster's soul must be swathed in kindness, empathy, love, concern, or other such positive feelings, while the opposite can be said for dark magic. The shape of the mage's soul determines the strength of the spell upon casting. Now that we've established the groundwork of how light and darkness magic function, let's discuss how one would go about becoming a dark mage. There are in fact two ways for an individual to become a dark mage. First method is the means most people assume all dark mages employ to obtain their power: study. It is a common fallacy that spellbooks impart the reader with power, but in truth they do nothing more than instruct the reader how to harness the power within themselves. See, both dark and light spells require that the caster's soul be manipulated to a very specific shape. Spellbooks inform the reader of what shape their soul must take in order to cast a certain spell, as well as how to manipulate and expel their darkness to achieve the desired effect. The more easily a mage is able to shift their soul from one shape to the other, the more quickly and efficiently they will be able to cast spells. Likewise, the more they learn how to draw energy from their own heart, the more powerful they will become. A true master of dark magic will be able to mold their soul to their desired shape instantaneously. This is notoriously difficult, which is why many dark and light mages use spells that are similar in nature, requiring only slight variations on how the caster's soul is molded. We've established that becoming a light or dark mage requires one's soul to be the correct shape. What would occur then if a person were to be born with a soul whose natural shape favors one element over the other? The answer to this question is the second method by which one might become a dark mage: natural potential. Jesus, where did he come up with all this so fast? We only came back like, what, 20 minutes ago? Dark and light are unique among the elements of magic because they modify the soul. If a new soul was born from a soul that favored darkness, there's a chance that its state may be bent towards darkness. As we mentioned before, the entire purpose of studying dark magic is to learn how to bend one's soul to the required specifications. The user's soul is already in the correct state from birth, however, they may find themselves able to use magic without having read a single page in their lives. For this reason, a natural dark mage might be able to cast a powerful spell that another dark mage has to spend their entire life learning. Usually mages of this type are not born with the inherent ability to use dark magic immediately. The shape of their souls are close to being perfect, but they need some manner of catalyst in order to be bent to a form that can fully trigger the mage's latent potential. Of course, there's no way to determine the current shape of one's soul, so any one of us can be a natural dark mage, just waiting for a catalyst to awaken our power. Closing remarks. Jesus Christ, that was the first 5 pages! In closing, I believe it is important to distinguish dark mages from the instructed variety. A natural dark mage does not ask for their power, they're simply born with it, just as any of us are born with a certain hair color. Associating these mages with malevolence and insanity is entirely unfair, and I believe several dark mages walk the path of villainy simply because they are met with so much hatred. By condemning dark mages, by shunning and rejecting them, we are in fact feeding the flames of darkness that lie within their hearts, amplifying their power along with their hatred. If this war the darkness is to ever end, we must show kindness and understanding towards these people, principles that Goddess Lumiel herself once taught us. And yet, at the same time, Goddess Lumiel seems to feel the need to wipe out all the dark mages. Alright, there's another one. Oh my god. I am not reading all that. Alright, so there's a third one. Jesus. Hey, look, it's... Only that boy would treat his books like treasure. So he's not in his room. That's Eamon's room. This is Lannis' room. Oh, there he is! So tell me, Miss Lannis, what does life force taste like exactly? Well, it really depends on the person, but it tastes kind of fruity. Stop! You can't eat that one! eat? Oh, I wouldn't dream of sucking the life out of cute little Marcus here. The way he talks is just too adorable. I've been interviewing Miss Lana of Ebony Cauldron behavioral habits of succubi. She's been quite cooperative. See what I mean? Isn't he precious? Stop fooling around! Lord Ragnarok has a task for you. I understand. Forgive me, miss, but I'm afraid I must excuse myself. Lord Ragnarok's orders are my highest priority. I do hope we can continue where you left off once my business is concluded. I'm looking forward to it already. Just come on. Okay, so no wonder why Lamp wasn't in the party. That boy. Why does he smell so familiar? What? Oh boy. Now that everyone's here, let's discuss the matter at hand. The disaster at Lindale has no doubt caught the attention of King Reginald by now. I'm certain he'll be sending out his dogs in larger droves to hunt down every dark mage he can find. In order to crush his army, he will require a much stronger military force. You seem very well informed concerning matters involving dark mages, Marcus. Do you know the whereabouts of any potential allies? I believe I know just about her, senor. And my lady, have any of you heard the name Samson Greiger? He was at one point a respected military commander in the service of King Reginald himself. Not only was he a brilliant tactician, but he was also a warrior of unrivaled strength and ferocity. At some point, however, he became obsessed with power. He organized a coup against the king, turning many of his own knights against him. The coup was unsuccessful, however, and he and his cohorts were eventually driven into hiding. I believe I may have discovered the location of their stronghold. That does sound promising. More humans? To the south of Redding, there lies an abandoned fortress, an ideal place for an ex-commander and his underlings to hide. So we just pop on over and say, hey, we're trying to help! Trying to take over the world, wanna help? Then presto, an army of evil soldiers at our beck and call? Why must every word out of your mouth serve to annoy me? It's a gift.
Our next objective has been set. Head for the abandoned fortress immediately. My new army awaits.
At once, my lord. I expect you to assist me in the field when I call upon you, Marcus. As a servant of Lord Ragnarok, it is your duty to fight for him. Of course, my lady. One last thing, though. Would you be so kind as to meet me in the Ebony Cauldron after this meeting? I have something to discuss with you that I believe you will find most interesting. Very well then, but make it quick. We have no time to waste on idle pleasantries. Pandora, we're about to go side questing. I believe you'll find this to be worth your time. Alright, now Marcus is a playable party member. To add Marcus to your party, speak to him in the Ebony Cauldron. You can have 2 interchangeable party members at once. Interaction with certain people and objects will change depending on who is in your party. Sometimes it will even unlock new side quests and scenarios. If you suspect a person or object may react differently in the presence of a certain party member, try solving them into your team. You never know what might happen. Well, that's what the spoiler-free comments are for. So, that's how I knew about the chest. Still, I had to go back for the damn chest. But yeah, so we had to go talk to Marcus in order to add him to the party. Unfortunately, so let's go see him. Alright, what do you no, I don't want to leave. Simply bewitching. Oh, forgive me, my lady. I was just admiring the beauty of this cauldron. It is truly a work of art. I certainly hope you can call me here to listen to your prattle on about the cauldron, for your sake. I have already been educated as to its function, however I believe we can utilize it for an additional purpose, namely, making you more powerful. Go on. You see, when certain monsters are exposed to large amounts of pure dark energy, they undergo a physical metamorphosis, or evolution. By bathing our monsters in the dark energy of the cauldron, I believe we can change them into more powerful forms. That power belongs to Lord Ragnarok, boy. It's not a toy to be used on a whim.
Bolstering the power of our servants will prove effective towards growing our overall strength. I shall allow it.
Well then, if Lord Ragnarok deems it acceptable, then I shall as well. There is a bit of a catch, however. It takes a large amount of darkness to evolve a monster. Not only that, but the monster's physical condition must be at its absolute peak. If you possess the enhanceable monster that meets the correct physical parameters, come here and speak with me. I shall initiate the procedure through which it may be evolved, should the cauldron be filled with a sufficient amount of energy, that is. Oh, and one last thing. I've assembled a collection of books in my room. They contain all the research on monsters, demons, and dark magic my father and I have conducted. You may find them a pleasant distraction if you have an extra moment. Yeah, I read one of them and it took like a while. Very good, Marcus. Seems not striking you down Rowan's Tower was a worthwhile decision after all. Excuse me? Okay, so we can now enhance monsters, which is the thing I was waiting for. DP side quests are now available. By bringing enhanceable monsters to the cauldron, you can evolve it into a new form using darkness points. The amount of points required varies from monster to monster. DP can be acquired by completing certain quests or bringing specific items to market, so be sure to look for new opportunities to obtain more everywhere you go. Enhanced monsters cannot be evolved until they reach their max level, while monsters that cannot be enhanced level up all the way to 99. Be sure to train a powerful army of beasts so that no one can stand in your way! Okay, whoa. That brooch, can it be? My lady, did you? No, never mind. Hardly matters now. All that matters is that this brooch is safe, though I had lost it forever when Lindale was destroyed. I can tell there's more to this bauble than meets the eye. Tell me, what is it? It's a precious gift from a dear friend. My lady, you have my most heartfelt thanks for returning it to me. What's more, it seems to retain some latent dark magic from its owner. I shall extract it immediately and add to the cauldron. $20 DP. If you wouldn't mind, my lady, I'd like to hold on to this. Its darkness may be gone, but it possesses sentimental value. It's nothing more than a useless trinket now. Do with it what you wish. You have my gratitude. So we also have the other thing. Alright. Yeah. Cauldron. $30 DP. Alright. You're coming along. We are replacing Azrael. Wait, shit. I need to have him here in order to... He's only level 12! Oh my god. Alright, let's see what he has at least. Dark Lightning. This is what I wanted. He has Insight, which reveals weaknesses, and other information, which is pretty useful. And Stormbringer. Water and lightning attacks do 50% more damage, and fire does 20% less for the rest of the battle. Wow, so basically it would be a bad idea to have him and Azrael in the same party. So what has he got for equipment? A Staff of Storms, a Wizard's Hat, and a Wizard's Garb. We have equipment slots, but we don't get equipment. So we're stuck with what we got. I have to go grab Azrael again. Fuck me. Oh, I can't. Fine. Can I not, like... Alright, let's at least try this out. Yeah. Chimera requires 30 DP. Alright, let's do it. Whoa! Okay, so what has he got now? Abomination! Does he get new stuff? No, he doesn't. He just levels up more. Alright, so that means Draconis can evolve too, because he's already maxed out as well. Alright, buddy. It was nice knowing you. 40? Fuck's sake. Alright. Well, Draconis, it was nice knowing you, but it's time for you to evolve. Whoa! This was such a good idea. The Little Dragon Tamer. Another scenario. Jeez. Alright, well then. We now have our boy Draconis is now a Dark Wyvern. And he has a new skill, Savage Rampage. Interesting. So it's basically just Berserk. Self-Berserk. And it doesn't have a cost either, so if I feel like just blasting through an encounter, I can just turn this on, and the encounter is over. Interesting. So let me see what we got for quests. Okay, so we still have the Redding quest, and we still have the Kraken quest. So we are going to go and do some side questing next time. So next time will not be any main story progression. We will just be doing side questing. We will be dragging Marcus along with us for a little while to get him some levels. So I do need to go back and grab him again. But yeah, we will be dragging around Marcus for a while. We will need Damien, I think, for the side quest. So I'm going to take Damien anyway. So, next time on Umbral Soul. Wait, what the hell? Summer Slide. When was the last time you saw her? It was a while ago. She was going somewhere to clean supplies. She never came back. I'm preoccupied enough with having to keep tabs on you. Don't pester me with such trifles. I'm sorry, mistress. I guess I'll ask Lord Asriel instead. That's a little strange. Uh-huh. Well then. I think we may need to go grab Asriel again. Damn it! I'll be right back. Alright, so let's see what happens now if we have Asriel in the party. Oh, yep, something different. Lord Asriel, Grelda's gone missing. I can't find her anywhere. Stop your pitiful whining, servant. You are given one simple task, and I expect you to carry it out without excuse. But... When the other servant returns, I will discipline her appropriately. If you do not wish to share her fate, return your duties immediately. Yes, my lord. Boss, it's terrible! I don't know why I'm giving him that voice. What is it now? It's Grelda's boss! The boss? She's been kidnapped! What? How? What did you say? I found this letter right outside the castle, boss! Take a look at it yourself! How dare she! That smuggler brat police should get toward me? I'll roast her alive for this insult! Let me see that. Dearest Asriel, I've taken one of your pathetic servants. She put up quite a fuss, but she really should be grateful that I rescued her from that rat's nest you call home. We're having a lovely time here together. Won't you come join us? I would suggest you accept my gracious invitation if you ever want to see her again. I'll be waiting for you, my dear old friend. Signed, Rosalind. Who is this Rosalind? The Queen of the Vampires. She has coveted my domain for centuries. Seems she has finally decided to make her move. It's time I taught her that the only thing those who cross me ever attain is unfathomable agony. That's our boss! Put all the guards on high alert! I am going to put an end to this! You got it, boss! Hold on just a moment. I believe I'll accompany you. You will do no such thing, human! I will settle this matter myself. Oh, I think not. Lord Ragnarok said you need to cooperate with me. Isn't that right? Besides, this is an obvious trap. It would be rather inconvenient for me if one of my most powerful allies were to get himself killed chasing after a girl. Do as you wish, but I will not accept any additional humans. My reputation has been sullied enough from fraternizing with your kind. Very well then, it'll be just us. I will set the teleportation sigil at the front entrance of the castle. Take us to Rosalind's domain. Stand upon it when you are ready. The little vampire. Alright. So, we're probably gonna do that too next time. So next time is gonna be a side quest episode. So if you're looking for main story progression, well, too bad. We're not gonna have any of that. So, next time, we're gonna go side questing and beat the shit out of some things. So I'll see you then.